full steam behind. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, before flying off to Europe today, Joe Biden made a personal mission to Capitol Hill to urge Democrats to pass his so-called infrastructure plan. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that the House and Senate majorities and my presidency will be determined by what happens in the next week. I need you to help me, he said. I need your votes. Probably did that weird whisper thing. Well, Pelosi echoed his plea, telling her members, don't embarrass the president by voting down the infrastructure bill. Reportedly, some members actually began breaking out in chants, not let's go Brandon, but vote, vote, vote. But to what end?
I have signaled for days that we simply did not have the votes for the bipartisan bill without the other bill, the Build Back Better Act. Our members have been saying for months that these two bills need to go together.
And that's what they're holding out for. In other words, the grand madam of vote whipping, Nancy Pelosi, was herself whipped by the squad.
The House Speaker and the President raised the stakes, and it didn't work.
Said, we want to make sure that when the president lands in Europe, that people know this is a functioning government. Well, that's not going to happen. And so that is a loss.
The president, and I think in this case, too, the speaker don't necessarily have the leverage or the juice that maybe they thought they did.
Ouch. With Trump, it was the art of the deal. But with Biden and Pelosi, it's the art of the fail. The Democrats, they have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And yet they're the gang who can't shoot straight. Plus, they've been wrong in their predictions on every major issue, and their confidence in that Afghan army, and their insistence that inflation will be transitory. And tonight, we'll add to their newest list of failed predictions that passing these bills, even pared down, will somehow be a lifeline to boosting their popularity. Now, if anything, with the spike in prices coming and the dimming power of the dollar, Biden's numbers are just going to go lower. Today, the GDP numbers were released, and the news was, as usual, under Biden, disappointing. The fact is, even at a reduced price of $1.5 trillion, a staggering amount still, it's still way more than we can afford. We are literally sticking our grandchildren with these bills. It is immoral. But the spinmeisters in the Biden cabinet, oh, they were all a happy talk today. I was howling watching them. And it's like kind of trying to sell sand in the Mojave Desert.
The provisions that are in these two bills, oh my gosh, so fantastic. The things that have been left out are not off, we're not dead on any of them. We're going to live to fight another day. We have never seen this kind of investment in our country. And people should be feeling like, man, this is action. And real people are going to feel real impacts as a result.
Oh, yeah, Jennifer, they're going to feel real impacts, all right, on their wallets. Any short-term stimulus from this bill will be quickly diluted into supercharged inflation. Supposedly, this is how they're going to pretend to pay for all this. A 15% corporate minimum tax also applies to foreign income for U.S.-based multinationals, a 1% excise on corporate stock buybacks, 5% surtax on incomes above 10 million, additional 3% for incomes above 25 million, 3.8% tax on active business income for high earners. And, well, don't think for a second that these punitive new taxes are actually going to pay for the left spending plans. They never do. It's all part of an accounting game to win over the gullible, squishy Republicans and moderate Democrats. And that's why it's important to look beyond the price tag. Again, it's a steep price tag. These numbers are just easily manipulated because they game the CBO scoring process. What's actually more important and far more disturbing is what's in this bill. Here's a rundown, if you can read that little font there. It's a massive expansion of welfare programs for universal pre-propaganda K to expanded health care subsidies. Even when funding expires, there'll be an enormous resistance to doing away with any of these plans. Government programs never die, remember, They just get fatter and more permanent. And $550 billion ends up going to climate change programs? Oh, I'm sure there's no graft in there. No payoffs of the Solyndra nature to FOJs, Friends of Joe. This is all just another wealth transfer to left-wing activists. They're going to take your money and give it to their Greeniac friends. By the way, included in the climate slush fund is $320 billion for something called green energy and electric vehicle subsidies, though it's not exactly clear that old Joe even knows how those confounded things work.
We'll build out the first ever national network of 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations all across the country. You can go all the way across America on a single tank of gas, figuratively speaking. It's not gas. You plug it in.
Sounds like someone forgot to plug him in. There's also $110 billion earmarked for growing supply chains, but just for renewable energy.
Do it in ways that grow the domestic industries, create good-paying union jobs, address long-standing environmental injustices as well. We're going to get off the sidelines on manufacturing solar panels and wind farms and electric vehicles with targeted manufacturing credits. We're sourcing the materials from here in the United States.
That's interesting because his own administration just blocked a copper and nickel mining project in Minnesota, a move that Reuters describes as the latest example of Biden's plan to look abroad for our metal supplies to shore up support with environmentalists and then counter to his private commitment to miners. American blue-collar workers are going to get shafted once again. Biden's big climate push has zero to do with helping the American people and everything to do with appeasing the globalists at that UN climate summit coming up in Glasgow in just a couple of days. It's all some part of something this show has been warning about for months. It's the Great Reset. Now, back in January, the global elites who gather at Davos every year told us where this was all heading.
You don't want to go back to the status quo that you had before simply because it was the status quo that got us here.
Capitalism, as we know it, is dead. This obsession that we have had with maximizing profits for shareholders alone has led to incredible inequality and a planetary emergency.
We must rebuild our relationship with nature for the survival of the peoples and our planet.
Was that hair pink, or was that part of the Green Energy Project? And that, of course, means sacrificing your standard of living and sacrificing your freedoms and handing over more power to ecocrats at the UN. Who's going to be the big beneficiary of all of this? Well, the CCP will be. And they're going to be part of the socialist one world web of regulations and rules that undermine U.S. sovereignty. China dominates the renewable energy arena already, including the rare earth raw materials that we need for so many of our products. Those solar panels, those wind turbines that Biden was bragging about, they're all going to be made overseas. And once again, we'll increase our dependence on a murderous, despotic regime. Have we learned nothing from COVID? No wonder the CCP is so adamant now about climate action.
We must be committed to green development. As long as we unite in our purposes and efforts, we will rise above the global climate and environment challenges.
Even the translator is creepy sounding. Now, China has repeatedly embarrassed and outmaneuvered the White House, and now they're doing the same thing on climate. Because to the CCP, it's like taking candy from a Biden. It's easy. Even if Biden passes his massive bill, all that climate spending will have zero impact on future warming. China's going to make sure of that. In the meantime, it will be full throttle backward for the United States. We're going to go from being an independent, energy self-sufficient first world country, we'll have a reliable grid, to being almost a third world nation forced to beg others for help when wind and sunshine can't sustain us. Meanwhile, our economy is just going to continue to stagnate or even contract, and Americans are going to see their savings and their income just eroded by the rising tide of inflation. Your dollar's not going to go as far. Our debt and deficit could further explode. We're going to be worse off than we are now. That's why Democrats pinning their re-election hopes on this bill, oh my gosh, they're in for a big surprise. When Americans go to the polls in a year, do Democrats really believe that voters are going to be pulling the lever for a standard of living that's now lower than it was a year or two earlier? I don't think so. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.